What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the F123 Mobile Racing Career Mode. We're here for episode number 43 today, and for the Hungarian Grand Prix with Ferrari. If you guys didn't hear the previous episode, definitely be sure to go check that one out before you see this one. And I mean, definitely go check that one out, because that was a crazy episode from start to finish at Silverstone with some last lap drama as well. But as you can see here, we have a rainy Hungaroring, and when I say raining, I mean it's snowing. I mean, look at this. There's literal snow on the ground here at the Hungaroring. Lights out for our one and only qualifying lap, which we're obviously not going to do. We're going to make sure we just cruise around to make sure that we don't qualify first. But look at this. It is snowing at the Hungaroring. Who would have thought here? As we make our way through the first set of corners, we're just going to be driving around. I'm going to leave actually this qualifying lap unedited just to enjoy the spectacle, because, well, who would have guessed us riding in the snow here at the Hungary? I guess, to be fair, so this was recorded during a December update for F1 Mobile Racing in 2023. So, of course, with the holidays coming around, they had to do something special. So, I guess this is what they came up with, which is a very nice addition. I mean, I do like seeing the snow here. I am concerned about the temperatures, because if there is snow, then it probably is below freezing here. There is probably no way there is rain on the track. It probably would turn all to ice, and I can't imagine the safety hazards that this track would have, or this race would have in general. There would probably be absolutely no grip there out on the track. But well, this is only a video game. I digress. But well, we're just cruising around here in our Ferrari. It's looking very, very nice here. Just checking out the steering angles here, making sure the car is all good here, taking a bit of the grass. Make sure we don't go too quickly here. This must be one of the most boring qualifying laps, but this is probably the average pace of the normal Ferrari in F1. That kind of a joke, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, we're in the final sector here. We can push a little bit. We are so slow through this set of corners here. Just trying to test out the steering angle. I don't know what I was honestly thinking. I was kind of just yanking the phone around because I thought it was funny or whatnot, but whatever. But yeah, that is the snowy Hungaroring. That is a track lap for you. We almost hit the inside there. Actually, we do hit the inside. Somehow the car does not break apart into a billion pieces, but we're going to come across the line then, and, well, we're also going to finish last, of course. We come across the line and break off the tire there, but it's not going to matter, as we will get ready for the grid then here. And it's going to, well, it's going to be a mixed-up grid again with Sargent, Ricciardo, Albon, Hulkenberg, Madison, Guan Yu, Piastri, Bottas, Norris, Ocon, Russell, Hamilton, Gasly, Leclerc, Perez, Stroll, Verstappen, Alonso, and Tsunoda round out the grid as we go to 5 red lights for a snowy Hungaroring. Let's see how this plays out. Lights out, and away we go then, and for a very, very, very mixed up grid. It's still technically a wet race, so we'll see how this ends up. And the important thing to note here is I can immediately tell there is going to be no ERS usage during this entire Grand Prix. It has not popped up, so we'll see how this ends up as we send it way up the inside there into that first corner. We were so hot. We made contact with one of the Alpines there, unfortunately, but we've gone away unscathed here as we're up into P11. But yes, we have a very awkward grid here. Once again, we had this problem with when we were here with Mercedes. So as Russell got all out of shape out of the corner, oh my goodness, he was probably about 4 postal codes off the apex. But we took advantage of Piastri trying to make a move here on the inside. We actually go right into the back of Madison and get all out of shape there, as Madison and Norris are going, well, they're in a very awkward position for us. We try to go on the outside of Norris here. P6 and P7 we're doing for here, making our way into the chicane up into P6. Is very nice there. Joe Guan Yu in the Alfa Romeo is up ahead of us in P5. Logan Sargent, out of all people, is leading this Grand Prix. He is leading from Ricciardo, I think, and then I think that's Albon in 3rd with, I think that's Hulkenberg in 4th maybe, I'm not sure, but we'll have to see as we make our way through the field here. Diving up the inside of the Chinese driver, yes, that is Hulkenberg in P4 then, so we can make our way through it here. As much as I want to see Logan Sargent win this Grand Prix, I know for a fact that we are not going to have this many opportunities, so we are just going to have to charge our way through. We're on the outside of the German driver. We almost make it work, but he manages to take a cleaner line through the final quarter. But we do have the slipstream and the overwhelming power of the Ferrari, despite the fact we have no ERS to play around with. I don't know why, but maybe because it's technically a wet race. 3-car dive bomb, just a casual 3-car dive bomb into the first corner. Don't worry about that. But yes, up into P2 then with the Ferrari team, and now we have Sargent just up ahead here on the outside. Maybe here we have the momentum into this right-hander. Yes, we are up into P1. So now we have 1.5 laps to ourselves, where we don't have to worry at all about other drivers. 30.67 in the first sector. It's no surprise that is a purple first sector here. And now just trying to chill our way through the track. I mean, literally, it's probably below freezing right now. But yes, this is the snowy Hungaroring. Let me know what your thoughts are. I was, again, pleasantly surprised to see a snowy Hungaroring. But yeah, also, once again, in a rainy qualifying session, we have had a mixed up grid. So this has actually been very, very interesting. We have seen a quite mixed up grid at times. Last year in the F122 mobile game, it always ended up being the Ferraris on pole, the Red Bulls, the Mercedes, and the McLarens, and then the Alpine. It always was a very static grid every single time here. Of course, in the F123 mobile racing, we had a much more volatile grid as we almost bent it into the wall there. Somehow managing to keep going. 24.089 in the final sector, by the way. But speaking of the game, we have always had some mixed up grids in this game. We've had much more variety in terms of the starting grid, but for the past 2 out of 3 seasons, we have had a very awkward starting grid, specifically at Hungary when it was raining. I'm not exactly sure why that is the case or why that will ever be the case. Of course, I mean, who knows what's going on, but yeah, we'll see if this ends up being a problem next season here, and who knows if it will even be dry next season. If it is dry next season, I'm curious how the qualifying order would sort out. And the interesting thing also as well is because it is raining, we haven't really had problems at other circuits. Like, look at Montreal with Mercedes, or I mean, just look at any other qualifying session that we've had in the quote-unquote rain. Look at what we had with Alpine at Japan. We did not have a mixed-up grid there either. So why is it specifically Hungary? Is it because some of the top teams just cannot cope with the slowness of this track? I'm not exactly sure, but I'm not going to complain as we come through the final sector, then 6.5 seconds ahead of the American Logan Sargent. It's going to be at least one American winning this race, but it's going to be us. It's going to be the right American that's going to be winning this race. As we make our way through the final corner then, for the final time, then we're going to take this victory then for Ferrari. A very nice victory across the line there in P1, then making contact with the wall once again. But that's going to be it then. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next episode.